Get this meeting going. I can stand for the pledge. I'm so homeless. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moment of silence for the fallen family and service members. Thank you. We'll do a reading of the minutes from the last meeting of May. Oh. Yes. Roll call.
Chairman Flanagan.
Here.
Board Member Monterosa.
Here.
Secretary McNeil, present. Trustee Robinson, all present.
Now. Minutes.
May 18th, 2026, German Township Advisory Board meeting. Meeting called to order 6 p.m. by Chair Chairman Flanagan. Pledge of allegiance said by all. Followed by a moment of silence for those who have passed and service members. Meetings are live streamed. Roll call by Secretary McNeil, Chair Flanagan present, Board Member Monterosa present, Secretary McNeil present, Trustee Robinson present, all present. April 2026 minutes read by Secretary McNeil, motion by Chair McClanahan to accept April 13th, 2026 minutes as read. So moved by Board Member Monterosa, seconded by Secretary McNeil. The ayes have it, motion carried. April 2026 financials read by Trustee Robinson, Trustee informed board. The May supplemental lit dollars for 2026 would not be distributed to local governments in St. Joe County. Trustee will contact County Commissioner to explain withheld lit money. Concerns asked and answered. Motion by Chair McClanahan to accept April 2026 financials as read. So moved by Board Member Monterosa, seconded by Secretary McNeil. Ayes have it. Motion carried. Kevin's tree removal estimates reviewed. Estimate of $23,000 tree service on Hall property could be less due to prior removal of trees. Motion by Chair McClanahan to accept Kevin's estimate for a Hall property tree removal of $23,000. So moved by Board Member Monterosa, seconded by Secretary McNeil. The ayes have it. Motion carried. Kevin's tree removal estimate at Portage Prairie of $22,000 or less, and Craig Winter of $12,000 or less. Crew's tree removal also to be contacted. Motion by Chair McClanahan to approve tree removal Craig Winter and Portage Prairie. Combined expenditure up to $25,000. Costs $25,000. Further board vote would be needed. So moved by Board Member Monterosa, second by Secretary McNeil. The ayes have it. Motion carried. Playground estimate reviewed. AAA estimate of $85,692.89 for playground equipment. Concerns on cost of equipment voiced. Grant to be pursued. Insurance of $52,000 for pavilion repair / replacement, tree removal, damage, slide, and DC cleanup. Motion by Chair Flanagan to table playground equipment estimate to a later date. So moved by Board Member Monterosa, seconded by Secretary McNeil. The ayes have it. Motion carried. New business presented by Trustee Robinson. Spring event on Wednesday, May 27th, 5:30 p.m. Food provided by Hacienda, $5 per person donation. Bring dessert to share. Drinks provided. Hall report. Deputy Trustee Brown. All hall rentals are holding steady with summer rentals filling up calendar. Summer rentals should improve revenue for 2026. Utilities holding steady. Hearing of visitors' comments and concerns on possible townships merging and the May supplemental lit monies withheld. Visitor, thank the board for tabling playground expenditure. Visitor by written request to Chair McClanahan, wanting information under the Freedom of Information Act. Adjourn meeting motion to adjourn 7:35 p.m. by Chair McClanahan, so moved by board member Monterosa, second by Secretary McNeil. Ayes have it, motion carried. Next meeting, June 8th, 2026 at 5 p.m., 51755 Portage Road, South Bend, Indiana, 46628.
Have we heard the meetings of the past, meeting? If there are no additions or corrections, I'll take a motion to accept them as read.
I just had a, which should be recognized by the chair.
Okay.
I just had a slight correction. I believe that under playground estimate reviewed, it states motion by Chair McClanahan to table playground equipment. I think and then later on it says so moved by board member Monterosa. I think it should read, Chair McClanahan indicates a willingness to consider the motion to table. And then it was moved by, I mean, you have it, what it said in recording. I just think I don't think that Chair McClanahan didn't make a motion. He said that he would be willing to consider a motion and then I moved. Oh, it's just language.
Right, so you want it to say motion by Chair McClanahan considered.
No,
Because I didn't make a motion. I can't make a motion.
right. No, I believe, okay, I'll do this. I would make a motion to accept the minutes with the amendment that Chair McClanahan indicated a willingness to entertain a motion to table the playground equipment estimate to a later date.
Okay. Right, so you want me to,
Well, that's the motion. I guess we'll see whether I get
motion
second.
by Chair. So he didn't make a motion, he entertained.
No. Well, first we have to see whether or not my motion that I just made is gonna pass muster.
Well, what you're saying is right, because the chair can't make a motion. I can second a motion. So it just should say that. Was a motion, the actual motion came from Rudy. I accepted his motion to have the passed on in the next meeting. It should just say that I accepted a motion from Rudy.
Okay,
So let me reiterate. I move that we accept the minutes with the amendment that Chair McClanahan indicated a willingness to entertain a motion to table the playground equipment estimate to a later date.
okay, so I need to write that in there, amendment.
It hasn't passed yet.
Oh,
First it has to
Make a
be.
motion to vote, yes.
First one is, so where we're at now is I said I would accept the motion to accept the minutes as read if there are no additions or corrections. Rudy has a correction.
Okay, so I,
So we're at.
well, I can correct it.
It hasn't
They vote
passed
on
yet,
it.
so you have to,
So one of you two has to make a motion to put that in there.
so I just made the motion. And
I'll second it.
Okay, there we go.
All right,
So we can have discussion. And the discussion, the reason I mentioned that is because I guess you could say it. What you just said, right?
Yeah, the chair can't make a motion. I can second a motion, but I can't make.
So the motion that I had made that it is on the floor that's being entertained is Chair McClanahan indicated a willingness to entertain a motion to table the playground equipment estimate to a later date. It's just that sentence, just the way I said it.
and I should write that in here.
I can help you with that afterwards.
Well, you can even write it in here as an amended, as long as it's signed and everyone is initialed.
So it's amended.
So then, I have nothing else to add. It seems like everything else was accurate.
Okay,
So
so,
now that you can accept the minutes, correct?
like a motion to accept the minutes with the correction as read. And added.
Okay, no.
So now I need a motion from either one of you to accept the minutes with that correction. in it.
So moved.
We have a motion to accept, we have a second.
I second it.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Minutes are accepted with the correction.
Okay, no. Thank you.
So it's, okay, so now we're gonna go on to the bank statement.
Yes,
This is for May.
yes. Okay, so in our checking on May 1st, the beginning balance was $11,965.41. We had deposits and other credits of $29,147.56. And then we had checks and other debts of $25,716.73. And our ending balance on the 29th of May was $15,396.24. And then on page 2, you'll see the deposits. and checks. Oh, your side. Yes, we will be in. Mhm. All right, in the savings on May 1st, we had $800,048, $656.24. Our interest rate has gone down from last year. I did have a meeting with the bank and asked them if they can bring it up. They said, I think we had a good rate in comparison, but I don't think it's a good rate. But that's what they said right now. All interest rates at the banks have gone down. So we didn't earn as much this period, and you can see what we made last year. We made 45,700 and some change. Last year's interest, and this year so far, almost 6 months in, we've only got 12. So that's making a difference. But I did attempt to ask and had a little meeting. So that was our beginning balance was the 848,000, and then the ending balance was $840,557.07. And then you can see the transfers and the date of the descriptions and the date of the withdrawals at the bottom as well.
Any questions on the financials?
And
Get your name.
yes. The rental for Burns at about $145,000 is for $144.83. For Burns rental, what's that?
The toilet.
The toilet?
We have a porta potty outside
Oh.
and we get it from the very beginning of May till the end of October. And then they come and pick that up.
Okay, well, is this then a $500 for partner that was?
Palmer's Funeral Home, yes, assistance.
And then, of course, that's $100 for Kingdom Business,
Yes.
all right? And the other one, it was on the next page, it was 198 picnic proceed, that was from this past one,
Yeah, these are deposits.
okay? Is that at the door kind of donation stuff that they
That's donations.
Claims on the next page, cash in. Claim service insurance, it was right up at the top, HAS. With 2199.56.
Okay.
$200, that was cash.
So
Insurance?
first of May. I don't think so. I don't.
Was that the gutters?
That one. This one, what she's talking about.
Yeah, that was the
Is that
insurance.
Insurance.
The insurance paid for the
Gutter, right?
repair of the gutters.
So that was what we paid to the insurance.
What was the end result? I don't think I saw that. What did it cost to go ahead and repair the gutters and the downspout that Lucas did? What was, I don't
I don't
recall
have the
seeing-
estimate, but we did have one,
okay,
and I don't think the insurance paid all of it. I think we ended up paying an extra. Almost 2,000, maybe a little bit more, not sure.
so his bill was like almost $4,000.
A bit more, hold on, let me look.
Was it?
I think it was. Was that the first of May? And
That
Yeah.
was, but then I don't see where. Oh, here it is. Okay, yes, now he charged $3,638. And that's,
Oh, he's right here. Okay, so 3,600 to do the gutters and the downspout.
yes.
That was just one downspout, was it?
I think he did two downspouts.
And then the lit money. And then Burns rental again at 145. Oh, that was. That's gonna be Reese. And the $775 is Atwood, is that for the cemeteries?
No, that was for a dumpster. When the firemen cleaned up our equipment. They brought out a dumpster.
Picnic. Okay. And Friends of German Township was a donation.
Yes, they gave me a donation of $200.
The 2,200 of them. For the recreation fund.
That is. Let me look at it. Is the right page?
Oh, this was just money put in the dispersed. Oh, it says dispersed. What came out of the recreation fund? Didn't pay anyone out of recreation. Okay, that's received. $3,600. Lucas, that was for tree debris.
Okay.
The
Okay.
gutters would have been on previous month. Okay, did you hear that, Mary?
Yeah, well, that one was for the gutters.
No, that was on the
But this is
previous
his-
month. That's for the tree. That's the debris and trees and everything that they cleaned up out here.
Is that was that Lucas's total bill? 2,241 for cleaning up all that?
Yes. Oh, that was the 3,600.
She's talking about the tree now, not the gutter.
The gutters are not in those. The $3,638 is for tree and debris pickup and removal. It's on your disbursement report. The gutters were addressed last year.
Oh, was it?
And so, what is this one, Marcia? That's what she's asking about. Where it has recreation fund. What's that for?
Well, that's a receipt.
I don't know, these are the recreation.
So this is the fund balance sheet.
Right.
Look at your detail.
Look for your detail?
Yeah, it's on there. There's it tells you everything on the one side of it.
I see the 3,638, that's what we looked at before, that's cash out, and it went to DNC real estate, which is Lucas. But then I was wondering, is that,
I can go up and get that.
Let us know about this recreation fund.
Yeah.
Right here.
yeah, what that was?
And that was dispersed.
Those are fund balances.
Yeah,
At the end of the month.
Is it what?
fund balances.
Oh, okay,
We have more than that,
okay.
but it's just out of the certain funds. You'll see that I brought down the Township paper for everybody.
Look it up. It's all for me.
Motion to accept the financials as read. So moved. Motion to accept the financials, do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the financials were made, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Now for, I guess, we're all over close now, no?
Okay, yes, and you have a packet of quotes. So these are all from Alpine. This one at the top is called Nash Property Claims. Those are the dates they were received, and
That's the insurance.
this right here is the insurance paper. Don't say what we're getting and. Break everything down.
So are we looking at the Nash property claims first,
That's our insurance.
insurance?
Then we have something called Alpine Construction. That's a proposal. You can look at that and read that.
Okay, which is, what are we looking at? I didn't have some.
Here's this one. And this one's the Alpine.
Should I get right under this? No. That's not. Is everyone else
There it
under
is.
this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you find it? Yes.
All right. So you can look at that one. I'll be honest, I don't care for this one. The Alpine, they just want to keep our existing and build onto it. And I think that's kind of trashy and hodgepodge. That's my own opinion. We rent this building out as an entity. And the outside goes with this entity. People like it because their kids can go out and play. Pavilion is a nice area if you want to get birdies and whatever else. Picnic area. But you guys can look at these again. I don't vote. But that's the Alpine estimate.
And what was he doing? What,
It tells you the description right here, but he's just wanting to add on to the old one.
the one
He's
that,
going to send something else to us. There's a little bit more than just building onto the old one.
okay, so what was damaged, he's just adding on
Yes,
just that portion.
yes.
Who's this? Who's
I don't know what that picture's from. Marcia put that in there. It looks nice. Yeah,
From some of the people that have been quoting what they've done, a sample of the wall.
okay.
you'll see that on the next one too, building.
Had this Alpine, have you? Was there any question to him as far as is the existing pavilion that wasn't damaged? It has some bolstering up, which I haven't looked at it yet. But that if he feels that it's secure enough to go ahead and.
Well, apparently that one did. The other just didn't, and it's not up to code.
Who said it wasn't up to, I'm sorry, when you were writing?
Who
Who said it wasn't up to code?
young man by the name of John Gavazzoni.
Who's,
And you'll see his quote as well.
a contract, it was a contract.
Yes. These aren't my opinions, these are other people's opinions.
Yeah, sample, right.
Beautiful, but. Yeah.
And it's Raver.
Seen that.
River patio.
Oh, here we are, yeah.
And again, is he just repairing what was damaged?
No,
It's a whole new one, so.
So is the waiver at $170,000? Does that,
Oh, yeah, he was one of our first guys that we had. Does that what?
does that include?
It details
Everything?
way more than what we would want. It does tell you things, but it's. I'm not trying to build a ballroom up there, so this is a lot more than what we had asked for.
Not really.
So nice, but it's not what we need.
May I be recommended? Yes. Jennifer, did we, or Marcia for that matter, did we receive already, either a check or an indication of up to what amount the claim would be paid? For the insurance for the damage to the pavilion?
And that's in that insurance package. That
Nash. Okay, so that was, so then that goes to my next question.
Okay.
So then Nash property claims, I guess, by their own documentation, acknowledge that there was some additional cost to this, but they were only willing to cover up to 40,000 left. Am I reading that correctly?
There's a cap on how much they will pay.
Yeah. What's that cap?
It's in the final page will show you the numbers. Well, before the drawing,
Yeah.
they're showing you the amount that they'll pay for the construction and the amount they'll pay for the cleanup for the trees.
That's the $40,866.66.
That's the commercial blanket amount for the pavilion, and then there's $3,000 being allowed for the tree debris.
And profit? That sounds weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that
It's
is.
in the paper above and beyond. And this is supposed to-
It's the exact same amount as the one before. Overhead is profit.
I'm sorry, Rudy.
They said it's the exact same amount. It says overhead and then it says profit.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Hopefully it's not a mistake on his part.
We did have someone come and measure and look at the cement. Because the tree did make the cement go lower. And, they said the cement already had cracks filled, and it did, but it wasn't a trip hazard. Now it's more of a trip hazard.
Now,
It is, because the tree went down, brought everything down, and it pushed the floor down. Out there. So we need to replace the side or the cement.
which is to the left of the pavilion.
Where you don't see the roof at anymore.
Right.
So both are all of that together. I don't quite, I see a figure of 52, which I think you guys had said the last time. Was 52,600. Is that the total amount, the insurance? No, okay.
The total amount the insurance is willing to pay is on page 6.
Okay, so 40,000? 40,866?
And then page 7 is an additional amount for debris removal.
Which
3,000.
we already paid.
So
Number 33.
well,
We already paid some.
I think we paid like 13,000 out because it was 10,000 for the trees that were cut down. And then there was the dumpster and the Lucas, and how much was that all added up to? He cleaned up in his thing.
In the bank statement, but the dumpster was 750.
Yeah. And his was 36, wasn't it 36?
I think so. It's all in your bank statement.
So is subtracting 3,600 from, is that 43,000 from the insurance? Is that right?
You started with 40 from. The stuff that Lucas did, was that under the insurance? That was insurance too? Oh, a little less than 30.
So, Jennifer, you were indicating that there was, the homeworks, construction and remodeling. They were talking about a level 2, which is beyond what we're looking for, right?
No, level 2 is just showing you the.
Because I'm seeing a
Wouldn't have a
total,
level
I'm
2.
seeing a total figure here that gave me a heart attack of the 138,000, or excuse me,
That's
139,000.
not what we're doing. he
Right,
did.
that's what I'm saying.
He
that
gave
we're
us
not-
different
right.
quotes. We asked him if it was just like what it is now. But it's new. Then we asked him, we had wanted to close it in before with those barn doors that you have right there. We had talked about that already, even when Tom was still here, we were talking about that. We have not come to that point yet, but since we're redoing it, we are going to leave space, well, we're hoping, if you guys vote on this, we're going to leave space enough where they can enclose it eventually.
Did they say anything about safety? You know, like if another tornado goes through town?
No, they can't tell me like if it would.
No, but I mean, like, given their experience,
Mhm.
dealing with this type of construction, and the strength or
Well, I would hope it would hold up better.
That's what I-
Plus, we're getting the trees cut too,
Yeah.
so. I did go ahead and since Mary Ellen had mentioned that in the minutes, I did go ahead and talk to Kevin's tree service. They have red ribbons around the trees they're gonna cut. They're going to trim back here, and our tree in the front's definitely going, there's one at the side where you come in at. So that's been discussed and they're called me today, told me they were gonna start doing it in pieces as they have time. And so hopefully, I mean, I can't make the building stay up if it storms or whatever, but hopefully they're building it good enough that it would stand. I would think. So, and then he shows some pictures too, and these homeworks, there are several different ones. Because we asked him to draw us how much it would cost for this, how much would it cost for this. We also wanted to leave some part not enclosed for the general public. And still leave the grills out, so he drew somewhat of a picture of that. But he used AI, so the grills don't show like what our grills do. So those were just different estimates. Of his. Because we asked. You're welcome.
What's the one from Michiana backyard builders?
Okay. Pretty picture on the back, but that's got nothing to do with those. That's just some of the work he was showing me he has done. That would be lovely if we could get that. That's too much for German Township. And I think he's charging too much. This is like the pavilion we already have, probably a little bit better timber. But just to build existing, what we already have is 75,000. I think that's a bit unreasonable. So, and that was not including concrete.
So yes, and I don't see that on there,
What's that?
concrete.
Yeah, it doesn't include it. So this was his estimate. Just, I personally don't think that's a great estimate.
We're gonna get a size, so he's only doing 32 by 60. So he's just using the concrete itself for.
Yes, which is against code.
And did we include what it was that after we've already spent for the cleanup and the 2 trees that were gone? How much is left from the insurance paid or to be paid?
We'll just add that and then one. Now on the next page, and then deduct what we've already paid for the trees, like you said, 10,000, and then Lucas's cost. And then that's what we get remaining.
So it'd be $30,000. That's what you said.
Railroad 30.
Well, the homework, I think. As he explained. Well, we were talking to him. His includes. The concrete work
On one of them, yes.
for the first one, for what, 58,616.
Hold on. Let me see here. No, let's see. This one for the, what's that stuff in there? He gave me three, hold on. But there's one that's gonna be a shocker. 100 and
Right.
something, but it shows you the building somewhat like we had wanted it, but not really. And we don't like that door. But we did want to go with the quote that he quoted where he would do the cement and do similar to what this is. And with the cement.
That's the 58,000.
I don't think the 58,000 had the cement in it.
Well, there's one, what's a little confusing is that. Yeah,
Okay,
but-
concrete.
But I do see
We
one.
plan to reuse the concrete from the previous building. If the building department makes us install a new one, it will drastically change the price. So this one is not with the concrete. And the building department said that they do have to do the concrete because it's not up to code. So therefore you have the one that's 88,869.
And part of that would be covered by insurance.
A little bit of that. And I will say, and I can't count on it, nor can I say that they said for sure. I did talk to Carl Baxmeyer, who's the commissioner. I asked him if they would help us do some of that cost. I know they have money. So he informed me he would call our council person, who's Joe Thomas, and talk to him about it, and they would discuss it at one of their meetings in July. So I don't know if that's gonna come through or not, or if I'm just dreaming, but I thought it would be nice. But the one we want to go with at this point is the 88. We do have money to spend. I brought down for everybody the excuse me, I brought what we have left in Tom's Web, and we have hardly touched any money yet this year. Now, with the capital improvement plan that they make you make.
If you could use.
If they make you, do every year, if on September 30th, we don't have to do that this year. But we also have to make sure we didn't just add this money and put it in here and tell them we had this money for capital improvements and not use any of it. Or they will take 30% from us for the roads and the infrastructure. Because in order for them not to get money this year for the roads and infrastructure, we had to make a capital improvement plan and say, okay, we are gonna use this money, because they don't want your money just sitting. So we do have things to use it for. This being one of them. We didn't know that was gonna happen this year. We were just going to add to the existing and put some nice bar doors up. But that didn't happen, right? So, and then it broke a piece of the playground equipment too. So we have to start spending some of this, and I gave all of you here a sheet, that's our rainy day, it's big, not a big deal, that never gets spent. 25,000. Then the next page is the general fund, and you can all look through that. And at the bottom of that one, it has the capital improvements at 240,000. Then it has machinery and equipment for 12,000. We haven't used any of that. We've not used anything for the building or the land or the capital outlays.
Yeah, I rewrite.
Can you guys just stop for just a,
I rewrite.
yes, you can be recognized. No, I know, yes, Jeff.
Well, one thing I wanted to point out is that over the last 4 years that we've been, meeting, that I've noticed that at first we had like a million.
Can you, pardon, Kevin, can you gavel, please?
Okay. That, over the course of the last 4 years that there, there was a point where we got up to $1 million
Yes.
in our bank account, and now we're at around 800,000. This board was, proactive in creating a capital improvements plan, per what the SB1 was indicating that we needed to do. So I believe that, we've been doing what we need to do, exercising due diligence as far as, or at least our trustee is exercising due diligence. The board has been exercising due diligence, making sure that we're responsible, with regard to taxpayer funds. The other thing I wanted to point out is that I think it shows a lot, at least initiative effort on behalf of the trustee, the fact that she didn't just, not only did she obtain these quotes that we have, that the board now has the opportunity to be able to review, but also that she went beyond what funding we may have available with the township by reaching out to the county official, county representatives, and other people that represent us that provide funding. That being the state, the county, be it back, Councilman or Council President Baxmeyer and Joe Thomas. So I think that shows that, that we're not just, that we're not just, about to make decisions that without taking into account other ways and other means that we have available to us to be able to get funding for what this community needs. So, I just want to thank the trustee for the efforts that she made to that. And
Thank you. Thank you
the other
very
thing I
much.
the other thing that I would point out is exactly what you said at the beginning, which was that we did, submit a capital improvements, plan. And so here's the opportunity to be able to use that. And I think that, that pavilion is a really nice pavilion. Throughout the years, I've been able to see the community enjoy it. I broke my heart to see that tree. I mean, what can you do? But when Mother Nature decides to do whatever Mother Nature wants to do. And I thank the fire department, for having stepped up to the plate for take care of that. Just like I thank the fire department for what they did today in downtown South Bend, our fire department, our firefighters rather. So I believe that.
They also just told me they appreciated that.
Yeah.
They told me that you thanked them the last time you stopped by here.
Yeah,
That was nice.
that's right. Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
So here's this is what I was showing you. It tells you how much percent we have left, what we've spent, and what we started with. And this one is the general fund. Second page tells you exactly what we have left. And then on the third page, you'll see our recreation fund. And on the bottom of that, it has the capital improvement of the playground at 80,000. And I only put it in recreation because it's recreation. So, that's in there to spend as well. And it tells you what we spent on supplies and services. If you ever need to want to look at this, it tells you exactly what the fund came out of and what it went for. And then we have not used as much assistance as I had anticipated this year. Because the economy isn't the greatest in food cost, but we do help a lot of people with the pantry. So we're cutting a lot of food cost, but it will tell you how much we've used in each category. We did a funeral, we paid a couple of rents. I've been helping one young lady try to figure out how to get her bills down, and she's on the verge of dementia, so I've been trying to help her a little bit extra. But it tells you how much we've used, and we have a lot left for it being it is the 6th month of the year. So just thought I'd share all that with you so you can see that we've spent what we haven't.
Well, with this in front of us. Do you have any thoughts on which direction you want to go?
Well, I would make a motion to approve the, budget proposal, including the new concrete by Homeworks, Construction and Remodeling, which, in the amount of $88,849.56.
Yeah. I don't remember which one. Was taking care of concrete. Was that
The
what
one
taking
that's
care of-
the 80.
Was 88,000 taking care of concrete? fee?
Yes,
And
it
the
was
pic-
this one.
and this is the picture of what. The
Mind you,
post,
his pictures are AI.
okay,
Okay, but that's his description of what it's like. According to the measurements, how far posts are apart there.
that includes downspouts and.
Yes. And you can read all that on there. The estimate has everything that it includes. We'll have electrician. I was gonna go buy 2 ceiling fans for out there. I had to buy that myself, which is okay. They don't provide those, but they will hook them up for me. That was just the most reasonable one that I thought, and it looked very nice. So that's my thought on that.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
That out there is nothing but a pole building. And there's not one quote from a pole building builder, is there? Do you have any quotes from a pole
I
building?
do
builder?
not, because that's not really a pole barn.
That's a pole building type of structure.
Yes,
All it is poles and a roof. It's just like a pole building, only don't have sides. It's all the difference. You can get an average pole building for about $25 a square foot. That's without any bells and whistles. That's with sides. So that's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know anything about that.
Well,
To be
I
honest.
should find out.
Well, I did my diligence and I've got.
Well, I can say it's this whole building, you know, that's, you guys have remodeling services or construction people that don't build normal pole buildings. There's a difference. Building, I had a quote on just recently, a 26 by 26 garage, not a pole building, a garage for about $35,000 with cement and all. That's a 26 by 26 garage with overhead doors, windows, and service door. So this is 80,000, 80
Can
some
you tell me
thousand.
who that company is?
Pardon me?
Can you tell me who that company is?
The company was, God, I'd have it on my computer, I'd have to find it. It's one of the pole barn companies. If you go online, you can find all kind of pole, like builders out in, Shipshawana, Middlebury. All these Amish people do this and then they do it fast and cheap.
Well, that's
Did
who
you
the
get some
$75,000 quote was from.
From where? For how, what size is that again?
Oh, 40 by
60.
60.
Buildings-
That
buildings
was our
start-
first
Well, according to the print I got here.
30 by 60.
And he was 75,000 to not do concrete. He was just going to do the building like it is now. Except for he said his timber was better.
He's a pole building builder?
That's what he said. He was from the Amish and that's exactly,
What's the
his
name
name
of the
was
company?
Barber. No, Rabber and patio enclosures and furniture. Darren Young. So, and I talked about a pole barn. I did ask about a pole barn. And they said you can hear everything through a pole barn. You hear the rain just really crushing it. I don't know. I've never been to farm. I've never had.
Well, you could put a regular roof on a pole barn too. You don't have to use a metal roof, you know, you can use the same kind of roof you have. Yeah, whatever.
And were you gonna do electric thing where it went
What?
it went west to the fence and around and into this building? Weren't you gonna do something electrical like that? For
I
the
have no clue what
pavilion?
you're talking about.
That was one of the original quotes when we lost the power down there. It wasn't.
It was
anything-
before all this.
It was before all this, and we ended up working with a company that works with, all the apartment complexes and everything. I can't think of the name right offhand. And they just wore underground and went underneath and got it in
Okay,
quick and easy.
so. I have a motion. By Rudy for. Homeworks. For the, 88,000, I think it was. Is that correct, Rudy?
Yes.
Okay.
I second it. Or so moved.
Okay, same thing. Okay, so we have a motion and a second. All in favor of Homeworks, repairing that for the bid that we got, signify by saying aye. That one's done. Is that the one, just a quick question on that, one of these, and I forgot which one, said that they don't need any money down to get started. Was that
Well,
down?
as a government entity, we're not allowed to give them any money till the work is complete. So, and that's,
I just saw it in somebody's
it
bid.
may
ad.
have been Homeworks, because if we did talk about it, because his company, they usually make you pay money down, but I told him we don't do that. So I did tell him after he does a certain section, like maybe the cement first, we could pay him for that and break it up into 2 jobs, but not charge anymore. If they wanted to make sure that we were gonna be earnest and have good money in there, which we've always paid our bills.
All right, so the next one on here, is gonna be the playground equipment.
Yes. So I showed you guys a picture last time and I will show you again.
There was a picture of two, right?
Yes. So this one is the top. And that's just showing overhead, and this is the structure. It's 18,000. And
Yeah,
97.
wooden, are they gonna take, whoever comes out, are they taking the wooden one that's out there down, taking that with them?
This is just for this piece right here.
Okay.
Okay, then the quote, that's like this, but from above, you know. And then here's another one that does not include this whole apparatus, phase 1 and 2. Now, I saw something cheaper at Costco for $2,000. I can't use that. And I thought, oh, I could use that for a year. Take it back every couple of years, doesn't matter, but I'm not allowed to use that. I have to use commercial grade, has to be a certain amount of flooring. Like if this is an 8-foot fall, you have to have 8 foot surround and so many inches of flooring in case a kid falls. Okay, so I wanted that spongy stuff. That spongy stuff cost a lot of money.
What's the rubber?
The
mulch
rubber
up there?
mulch is a lot cheaper. We could get 2 truckloads of that for 1,000. We can use that, but I still need a frame around it. I have one now about this big, but I don't have one around the swing set. So it needs to be framed like with this, there's this, like a bumper type thing. That needs to go, and then the mulch can be filled. One company will come, that Marcia talked to, will come and spread it for us. And that's playground mulch, but I'm pretty sure it's that rubber mulch. That saves a lot of money. That flooring that I did want, I thought was really neat, but it cost a lot. So, like, I wouldn't spend it at my own house.
You have information in your packets about that. That's what Camp Millhouse uses.
Right.
So that's, and yes, they use it. So, and like Marcia said, if they can use it and it's safe over there, we have handicapped children, then we can surely use that here.
Give Kurt Concord the,
Yes, I think we've gotten some before from them. So we need to, make sure they both have a surround. I know the one has one, but it's small. And this is the equipment that I would like. Because we don't need to replace everything. I don't know if you guys can all see that. But I thought that was nice. That would replace what we have out there now, the wood. We would keep the tsunami and we would keep our swings.
the other one was 23,000, right?
Yes. And this one from Camp Millhouse, it was around, it can go anywhere from 20,000 or 15,000 to 20,000, but it does not include. This is who they used, it's not them. It wouldn't include this gray, so this is it, so it calls like
Down
this.
in Ohio,
Which one? This one?
yeah,
I'm not sure. I was on their site. I didn't look where they came from.
she gets quotes from 2 different people.
Okay, so this is just one of the ones they use, so I thought I'd look it up. I looked these people up, that's AA right there. But we just can't pay for that sponge, even though I'd like it, it's just a lot of money. So I would rather invest in that. And you can show that to Rudy too, I don't think he has seen it either.
Yeah, you recognize?
Yes, ma'am.
How is it you corral the mulch? How is it you keep
It all
it?
has to stay, well, we can't keep it in there, I mean, I wish I could, but that's why I want that other stuff. But it is expensive,
It's like what we use, it's a foam.
yeah, like, it looks like
Foam
mulch.
border edge or foam edge.
Yes.
Goes down.
So that's what I was talking about, the edge around it. And then we have to have so much foot of cushion, if they can do an 8-foot fall in the man show, when you were there, when we talked about the swings. So you have to have a fall level for the floor. So people don't get hurt. And it has to be like a code. So we could get, even if we spent 1,500 on the mulch, if we needed that much, that's way better than 36,000 to put on the floor.
Do they just top it with what's there already now, or do they
You know,
remove,
that's, most of that's not rubber mulch out there.
but do they remove what's
I
there
think they would.
currently?
I would think so.
And then put in what is necessary as far as by
The rubber mulch,
state, yeah.
yes. Well, I would hope. Again, I don't know if everyone's gonna follow the state standard. I have to make sure they do. I mean, so when they're done doing it, I guess I would have to go in and put a ruler in it and make sure it's the right height. But other than that, I can't, I can tell them.
Okay, and with the edging it would be what's out there now?
There's one out there, it needs to be lifted, so I probably need bigger etching.
Yes,
And I'm sure that's a lot cheaper still than the other.
but we don't know what that cost is.
No.
I mean, we've given that
Mhm.
at 18,000,
Yes,
just for, okay, and then possibly 2,000 for the mulch, that's what, 20,000? Oh, that doesn't include is it possible to put? And was it possible to put, like a not a 4x4, 8x8, 10x10 landscape timbers? Is that not acceptable?
I have no idea, but the man told us it has to be this thick and we have one out there. It's just not tall enough, but we have one out there. So I don't know if it's possible to do timbers. I didn't ask all of them that,
Okay, so that's something that still needs to be ironed out.
No, we can't no house, we can't use them. But I don't know if the code is for handicap kids is the same as playground, that I don't know.
And what do they have?
We have that, it's
Well, we have-
it's a hard sponge
Okay.
that
what's it?
attacks
Say
to
what?
the ground, and it's about, you can get it in different heights.
Okay.
yes, and right now it's about like that. So we need it bigger.
Like a sponge.
May I recognize this? As a child of the 70s, I was on the monkey bars when I was 8 and I missed the run and landed into gravel. That was the good old 70s.
Yes,
And I remember when I scraped up my face and it was not a pleasant experience.
no,
So when I'm hearing either what you were, ideally what we would like as far as when a child like slips or falls, what are we willing to have that child go through? It seems to me that that mulch, is that what we were talking about?
Rubber mulch.
Yeah, that the rubber mulch might seem safer. That's the feeling that I get. I know that we're not in the 70s, but at least.
right. Well, that's why we learn different rules and
Right.
to wear our seatbelts and everything too, because we aren't back there. So you guys discuss that and see what you want to do.
And the other thing, if I may, Kevin, that in the budget, we had budgeted $85,000 to go towards
Playground.
playground,
Mhm.
the playground, right?
Yes,
And so
we did.
here, what we have before the board is a proposal from AAA State of Play, which is at 85,692. And then there's another one, which was the one that they use at Camp Millhouse, that would be at most, looks to me, 20,000,
For the equipment,
the equipment.
yes, the one, the AAA, that's included the sponge stuff,
Right,
which we aren't getting. So
but that
you
also
take that
includes
from-
playground equipment. right?
Yes, that includes playground.
But there's the other model that we're looking at, the other proposal is what they use at Camp Millhouse. And so this is like a different, when you showed us a different playground.
Yes.
Playground, period. And that we're considering either 80, well, whether anything at all, first of all. And then secondly, whether it's
You're talking about
85,000,
this one, correct?
right? So
Okay, this is where Millhouse orders from. But this right here does not come with
Right.
this.
I understand
So it
that.
would be this piece for 15 to 20,000.
Right.
So this is the one, the 18,000.
Right.
Is what AAA.
So I understand it, so I'm getting there. So it's either nothing at all, 85,000, or up to 20,000. Or maybe 25,000, is that right?
With this
Well, it's still-
equipment plus the mulch.
Right.
Yes.
So what's the total amount that
That
would?
would probably, a higher estimate would be 25.
Okay. So
Because
then,
if we need that rubber walling, which I don't know, I know we need it, but I don't know how much it costs.
right,
The rubber mulch, we said we can probably get 2 loads for 1,000. But I don't know if 2 loads would do it. I don't know. Again, I have to go measure or have someone that knows and has the knowledge of what it's supposed to be. I will look that up. It will tell me of how much, then we may need another load. But on the good side of this, it could be 22,000 as
Right.
well.
so then we already have budgeted 85,000, that was something that the board had already approved. And then the other is that you were reaching out to other people that may be able to give us grants with
Yes.
regard to this, so
Yeah.
that although the board may approve a certain dollar amount, you still have the opportunity to be able to receive a grant
Yes,
to assist us in paying for that. Is that right?
yes.
And then would the county come in for this, or given that?
I
it's a park?
discussed that to the county as well. And Carl didn't know exact numbers at the time because it was just a phone call. And I spoke to him at the night of the dinner. So we talked about, he was just telling me different monies they had. And he asked me the dollar amount. So whatever you guys approve of, I can forward to him and show him this is kind of what we want. If they even give us a quarter, great. I don't know if they'll give us any, like he didn't promise anything. So I don't want to say, oh, this guy told me I'm getting this and I'm, not. But he is going to take it to his board, the common council members, and see, because they do have money put aside for some of these type things. So I'm
Yeah, I
hoping-
remember that we have Parks and Venues, I have a colleague that's on that board. And also Sean O'Brien, who's the trustee over in Clay, they just received some additional funding or passed something to be able to renovate St. Patrick's Park.
Right,
So I'm thinking that whatever they did over there, we could probably echo
and
that over
that is
here.
county.
Right.
St. Patrick's Park, so, yes, and
Yeah.
we did talk about it, so he said they have some, they just have to talk about it and see what they can do. But he never said like it's going to pass, I would just hope it would, it gave me hope.
What's the name of the company? Is that Jack Gardner?
Which one are you looking at, the Camp Millhouse? That's the Camp Millhouse one.
But what's the name of that company?
It says at the top, and really at the
Is that the
office,
new Toys for?
landscaping structure, it's home. And I'll be honest, I can't see that good, I didn't bring my glasses, but it says it on here. And then it tells you age ranges. There's toys from 2 to 5, there's 5 to 12. Different ages for different pieces of equipment. And the age I got was 2 to 12. That I wanted. And that's through the interview one.
Okay, so that one right there, that's 18.
Yes, and then if we do all the rubber mulch and everything, let's say 22. And I don't think the rubber mulch will be 4,000.
Okay, so then,
2,000?
And it could be up to 2,000.
that's almost 19, it's 18 and some change.
Right,
Say that's 20,000.
So you got 1,000, so let's just say half of that. In case you need more, it's another, another 480.
With the possibility that still the edging would have to be replaced if that isn't gonna be tall enough.
that edging, you can tell it's really down low, it's like this, most people don't even know it's there.
I wonder how much that is.
I don't know, that's why I'm saying, so let's add 4,000, because I don't know, I doubt it will be that. Oh, it's only a piece of rubber, so I don't think it would be that. I don't know the cost of things everywhere, and so there's not many playground places around. So I don't know, but I will get a quote on that, yeah.
So with that, that just roughly comes to 20, so let's just say 25.
Okay,
That will give you an extra play on, I only took half of the, what you said the mulch was gonna be. Excuse me, I cut that in half. And then, so with playground equipment on the 18, and round it up to 19. You know, you're about 20,500. So we go not to exceed, and that should give you plenty if you need actually a little bit more. And to get that edging to go around there.
yes, thank you.
So,
Well, I would make a motion to, approve an expenditure with landscape structure, in an amount up to $25,000, recognizing that we already had $85,000 in the budget.
okay, so you have a motion on the floor for recreational equipment, rubber mulch, and border. That's second.
I second it.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. We have a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye for up to $25,000.
I,
I,
Aye. Nice have it.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, how fast, because you're gonna have them two working on the pavilion and doing that, they're gonna be button
I
heads,
will
aren't
get the
they?
pavilion done first, because there still is a swing in the tsunami out there.
Is that,
Um,
I know some of the stuff that we had at Camp Mill House, it takes a while.
we don't even know if the pavilion will be done by September. We're hoping, 'cause there's a wedding, but we don't know. So, and then the playground equipment, this can take up to 3 weeks to 6 weeks to come. And then I have to have 3 men here to unload it. They can find people to come and get it and build it. They have that. They don't have people to unload. So I don't think that's gonna be anytime soon. I'm just hoping it's before fall. Before a trunk or treat, but that I don't know for sure. And as you know, I'm leaving tomorrow. I won't be back for a while, so during my downtime, I will call them and let them know, and I can still sign things on the computer.
yeah, you recognize.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that purchasing it from the AAA, do they then put it together?
Yes, they will have someone who can put that together.
Is that included in?
That is included in your other estimate.
Do you want to talk about the dinner?
I was just gonna say it was a great time. Everyone enjoyed it. We did have to pay a little bit out of pocket for drinks and a few side dishes, but other than that, Hacienda brought all the food. Turned out pretty good. Everyone enjoyed themselves. And I think it's nice when we do things with the community.
It was pretty good turnout, I thought.
Yeah, I thought so too. It was nice.
Anything under new business? Oh, wait a minute.
And Marcia's
Yeah,
report.
Marcia's report. Marcia, want to give a report on the rentals?
Okay, well, the month of May, we had 16 rentals and we brought in $1,450. And things As far as revenue, hall revenue, I know we were hoping to keep that ball rolling and keep the hall rental revenue growing. But as of May 31st, the church will no longer be here. Due to a space issue. They were using both our large hall and our small hall. And now that the small hall is no longer available to them, they tried for a couple of months to make it work without that. And for them, they just didn't feel it was gonna work, so they have withdrawn as of May 31st. So that is going to greatly impact our hall revenue. Our hall revenue with the church was over $9,000 a year. So that won't be coming in. The church has been with us since July of 2022. So it's not surprising that they may have outgrown us anyway. So I just wanted everybody to know that our expectations for hall rentals aren't going to be met this year. And Dolores, your party for August 9th,
Yes.
the hall is available for the whole day.
Who did you say is leaving the,
The church,
oh, they are leaving?
they have left as of May 3rd.
So can have it for the whole day. Okay, well, my people from Ohio will be happy about that.
Yeah, I know we used to be able to kind of take advantage of that and double book our Sundays, but they are no longer with us. They felt they needed more space.
Yep. All right, thanks for the report, Marcia. New business? None?
Not really. We have a new person working for our Department of Local Government that's gonna be working with us. He introduced himself, I introduced myself back, told him I was leaving for a while, and Marshall would be here. And, not really, we've been busy getting estimates for the pavilion and different things, taking care of assistants. I said I'm going a little beyond with one young lady. But everything's been going good. We'll have another party or picnic. Hopefully Martin's is sponsoring it. I'm not sure. They haven't gotten back to me. On July 15th. And that's the only new business I have.
Old business?
I do want to thank everybody for approving the projects to get going. So some of them can get done before September and before the end of the year. So I want to thank everyone for that.
Well, and, hearing of visitors, Tom?
Yeah, the monies from the county that you talked about last month, what did you find out about that you didn't get?
If that's our supplemental.
Yeah.
So we will still get our local income tax every month, but we will not get our supplemental in it. And apparently that's for most of the townships in the county. And there was something to do with their tax levies and stuff. I don't know enough about that.
You thought there was still some coming, but it's not.
There is still some coming.
Till when?
We will get our local income tax. We will get that all year. We don't know if that's gonna be cut because that new Senate bill, I don't know.
27.
Right. I don't know if it will be cut. Our supplemental was cut this year. We will still get COIT and regular lit. But I don't know if they'll cut the lit off next year.
Question I have on the repair, this $88,000 on this building. Is that the same type of structure that's sitting here right now? Is that a repair or replace? Completely tore down and replaced. All new cement?
Yes.
That's, you know, at this time with the SB one coming up next year, coming, not knowing what's gonna happen with this whole situation, I think it's kind of premature to be spending all this money. That's just my opinion. That's all I have.
Horace?
Out there by the men's bathroom, I still don't understand what. It has something to do with the moisture coming in the wall, right?
Mhm.
And when are they going to finish it? Like, not necessarily like this, but when we had last meeting, it was like that. And then I had to go to the bathroom when I came and it's still under construction, I guess, or does anybody know what they're doing?
It's happening at a later date. They've come down, they've just said they were going to put it where we wanted it. In fact, they were gonna do that Friday, and they couldn't because there was a repass in here. So they made a change until, I think, the 15th of June.
Yeah, I just wondered if they have to let the wall dry out or if that's why they're dragging their feet or is it something they want to do and you won't let them do it, or, I mean, and like I say, I hadn't noticed it until I went to the bathroom and then I saw it and I thought, well, that was like that last time we were here.
Yes.
And, but I know you had said last meeting that you were withholding their money until they make it like it's supposed to be.
Yes.
And up by where the chain link fence is that white pipe, is that something to do with this drainage or
Yes.
that's all? And so it will keep this from being so damp, basically in the whole basement.
Mhm.
That's the main thing I was interested in is,
Okay, Bert, anything? Ford, Rudy?
Just wanted to, share my thanks to the Clay Fire Department, the German Fire Department, and the other firefighters in our community. There were 70 firefighters that came down to downtown South Bend, and it came close to home because that's a block away from my office building, my law firm. And
that's
they
right.
they went out and they did a great job. We couldn't breathe out there. It was so thick with smoke. They closed the courthouses, they closed the county city building. But the fire department was out there doing their job, doing their duty. And so I just wanted to put on the record that we thank them for their service. And, that's when we talk about when we had the merger of the different territories,
Yes.
and you saw that come into action today.
Okay,
That's all.
thank you.
1 second, they just came home. Right when I was sitting here, they just came back. So they were out all day.
Yeah. Okay. The only thing I have to say is, and I do kind of agree with Tom, but as the board, we've got a responsibility to the playground and also that building, and things are just, they're very expensive as they are. What used to be is not anymore. And the other part of that is, as Ruby mentioned earlier in the meeting, that a lot of this money has been budgeted. It's not a surprise. So it's not hurting the budget whatsoever. It's just for the first time we've had to make some serious cash outlays that we've never done before. Trees and this and that. Hopefully we won't have storms like this again, but get it all cleaned up and go from there. Also, we said we were not having a meeting until August.
I think so, because I don't really,
Because we normally
heard great
don't have
stories.
one in July because there's not a lot going
Right.
on.
yeah, so I would prefer not
And
to.
if there is, then you can call a meeting.
Yes.
So we'll go from there. Then September, we're looking at the budget for 27. So we'll be looking at that, but also good luck with your surgery tomorrow.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Speedy recovery on that. Yes, ma'am.
About the lit money, the supplemental lit money,
Mhm.
all right. Is what I understand it to be, as long as the capital improvement plan is submitted by September, that you don't lose any of your,
Right.
That wasn't all with lit money. What it was is if
What's your
townships were sitting on their money, and that's what was part of the problem.
yes,
Townships would have so much money.
Yes.
They felt, well, then you need to either use this.
Okay.
Or you're gonna have to pay 30% to the county to do roads and infrastructure. So when I made the capital improvement plan, I put in enough in there so they
Sure.
didn't have to take 30%. So it was showing what we were going to use.
Okay, but that's still, as I understood it, it had said before, that's still true, that, you just go ahead and submit a capital improvement plan by September and for your monies that you have,
Mhm.
and you can use it for your capital improvements or whatever for the following year.
Correct.
Somehow I thought that for some reason changed, and I thought, did that change? Okay, that's it.
But this year I do already have from the ITA. I'll have to have it on the 30th of September like normal.
Oh, that was it, the date isn't necessary.
Right, not this year. That's the only time that I've heard of.
Okay,
So
so you can submit it at
it
any time.
didn't say, but we don't have a deadline
Oh,
this year for the 30th.
You have
which
to
we
approve the
normally do.
budget first, and then after the budget's approved, then we do the, no. Good question. All right, with that, we have a motion to adjourn. We have a second. To adjourn.
I second it.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn this meeting, on signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay.
Other minutes?
Well, yours,
Oh.
your personal one, but
No,
I need,
So one,
them upstairs. I just.
well, that's okay, you have to
Just
change it,
yes, I do,
so.
and I want to know.
So I'll call you when I get upstairs.
Well, you just.
I just can't say the road word. I made the action, because I can send it.
Okay, so.
He's gonna write it for you.
Can I have a regular garage?
Okay.
And his is cement. I mean, you know,
George's screwed up in my yard one day. Oh,
Kevin, did she say that they would need help to unload the gym equipment or the playground equipment? Is that what you were saying, or?
There you
Well,